Alright, we're tackling the subject, is the goth scene or your goth scene dead? First of all, are you a goth? If you're a goth, your scene is still alive. Second, anybody that says the scene is dead needs to have their attitude checked. You wouldn't go up to a baby bat and say, oh, the scene's dead, fuck off. You know, you wouldn't do that. Third, if your scene is experiencing a lull, then maybe it's an opportunity to get the word out there about your events. So, you know, flyers, posters, if that's still relevant where you live. I know here it's not so much. I do think flyers are a good way of getting the word out because, you know, you're handing them to someone and you're talking to them. Anyway, you know, obviously the usual places like Facebook, although Facebook tends to be a little inaccurate, I guess, for events, because a lot of people say interested or maybe or they'll say they'll go but they don't actually show up. But usually in those cases, I find that you just have to keep putting the word out there. You have to keep, you know, getting people interested in your events and, you know, just engaging people. You know, like, yeah, just engage people. You know, talk to people. Get them to tell their friends. You know. And their friends tell their friends, and just get people out to these events and shit. You know, and that's the other thing too. Like maybe your scene isn't big enough to, you know, maybe you're in a smaller city or whatever. It's not big enough to really have touring bands come through and stuff. I will say, in that case, you know, maybe you can bring the band to you. You know, maybe you have to front some cash for a guarantee for some other band or some kind of group of bands that, you know, can come and play your city, your small city and shit. You know, get a group of friends together that can front the cash and, you know, put on an event and, like I said earlier, you know, like, get the word out and however, you know, with flyers or posters or, you know, Facebook or all of it, you know. You know, just keep trying different things, you know, keep being active in the scene, you know, like, you know, be welcoming to the new people. You know, the baby bats and shit. I know, you know, some people have careers and stuff, you know, that are more important than their goth scene. You know, people have to live and all that kind of shit. What I would suggest to those people is, you know, maybe you come out early. Maybe you just come for an hour. You know, the other thing is that clubs and bars and stuff, that's not the only thing you can do. You know, if there's you can set up a meet and greet like at a coffee shop or whatever, you know, just have like a meetup with the local goths in your scene, or even like a movie night where you all go to a movie theater and watch a horror movie or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, you know, just get active, you know, like if you're a promoter, you know, like I said earlier, you know, just get active, you know, get people excited about your events, you know. if you're you know, more of an attendee and you're not really, you know, someone who puts on events, or you're not a band who puts on an event, you know, go find the events and go and support those events, because that's important. The important part is supporting these events and supporting the band. Support your local band. Support your local DJs. You know, yeah, just go out and fucking, you know, be there. And supporting your events is important. Supporting the stores, wherever you get your goth items at, or your industrial rivet items, you know, clothing and stuff. Also, incentivize your events, like have giveaways, have, you know, like contests, you know, give away, like, I don't fucking know, a t-shirt or something. T-shirts or clothing or gift cards or whatever, if that is an option, you know, for what you're doing. This is one thing I've stressed for a long time, you know, with people in the scene here in my city in Canada. You know, like, you can't be picky with your events, you know, like, if you're just starting out putting on events, you know, you have to come to all of them. You have to, even if you don't like some of the bands, even if you don't, you know, you have to come to all of them, because you have to prove to the venue that these events are worth putting on. And you know, that, you know, buy a drink at the venue. That's the other thing too. You know, sometimes you can't get events on Fridays and Saturdays because, you know, a venue, you know, they want you to prove to them that your events are well attended enough that they can take a risk on your event and put it on a Friday or Saturday and, you know, make some money, because that's the thing, is that they have to make money. And if they're not making money at your events, it's less likelihood that they're going to put on your events on Fridays and Saturdays and stuff. So, you know, when the events are on, you know, like a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Thursday, you know, you have to go to those events. You know, you have to prove to the venue that, you know, it's worth putting on an event on Friday or Saturday. So I think the whole point of this is, you know, support your fucking scene. Go to the shows, go to the DJ events, go to your meet and greet coffee nights. If there's nothing going on, you know, like, maybe put something on, you know, like, you know, put on a show, put on a DJ event. And yeah, the scene isn't dead. You just have to change your perspective about getting people involved in the scene.